What's going on, people? Yo, wow, you just saw a bit of a mad thing. Let's just adjust like that. Yeah. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another live stream with Bros TV. Earlier today, we were talking about how the breaking news, Frank Lampard finally relieved of his duties as Chelsea manager. You know, a lot of people didn't agree with it. We were thinking who's going to come in. There was obviously a lot of names flying about, but one name in particular, Mr. Thomas Tuchel, formerly of PSG. Oh my days, I minimized the whole thing. Guys, let me know. Let me know what you think. What you think about this you play. I mean, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Tuchel, let me know. Also, guys, we're going to talk about how much of a must-win this game for Arsenal is tomorrow. Again, hold on, let me go and check. I'm so tired, guys. You never know. Let's start off with Tuchel, though. Let's start off with Tuchel, man, because Tuchel that's news right there, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's news right there. Let's actually just go to the latest tab right here. Tuchel. I mean, look, because I don't know for sure what's been going on. 4 hours is this? Okay. Mad. Chelsea target known as control freak, power player, and visionary. I mean, is that wrong? He was no stranger to working with an expensively assembled squad, having been in charge of Paris Saint-Germain side, featuring the likes of Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. Thomas Tuchel set to become Chelsea's new manager after Frank Lampard was sacked on Monday, with the club's hierarchy hoping the German is the man to unlock the potential of the most gifted talents. Now, who would you say is a really gifted talent at Chelsea right now, though? Because for me, it's like you've got the likes of Ziyech, you've got the likes of Werner, Kai Havertz, but that's nobody. Like, don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not trying to be rude, but they don't scream out crazy. Like, I mean, that next level talent like Mbappe and Neymar. You know, do you feel like you needed a Tuchel or Thomas Tuchel, however you say it? Do you feel like you needed him to go to Chelsea to help these lot? I don't think so. You know, who else do you think you should have had? Obviously, let's think about it and let's talk about what we know so far. Yeah, we know that Tuchel is obviously like, you know, he's a big manager. He's had a big job at Dortmund. He's had a big job at PSG as well. PSG, I mean, he got to the Champions League final. Nobody was really convinced by it, though. And to be fair, as much as I don't have a problem with Tuchel, I don't really know if this is the best you could have done. You know, maybe you want to get an Allegri or somebody else like that who's a bit more experienced. I don't know. I could just be waffling in it. I can't lie to you. I've triggered Taylor Sky right now. I've triggered him, fam. Look, he's Pulisic, Havertz can be class, Hudson-Odoi, Reece James. Oh yeah, big up Omar Yahya, Billy Gilmore, Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Werner. Okay, I'm sorry, my guy. I'm sorry. Yeah, Allegri for me is a little bit better. I can't lie to you. Allegri for me is a little bit better. Maybe he's a bit more the Chelsea star. But then again, it's a young team. And I think maybe this is where Tuchel comes in a bit major key. You know, because the fact that there's a young team and he's used to working with younger players or players who you might see as young, the likes of Mbappe, Neymar, Christopher Nkunku, who else at PSG? There's a few at PSG where they were quite a young team. Don't get it twisted, man. So I'm not sure, but look, I like this comment right here. Tuchel has a very sketchy personality. He has fallen out at PSG and Dortmund. He had beef with Neymar and Mbappe over the race of. Oh yeah, and Demba Ba is onto him, fam. Demba Ba is onto him as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And this is the thing, like Tuchel is a little bit sketchy. You're right. That's the best way to look at it. He's a little bit sketchy, man. And it's like, I don't know, in that Chelsea squad, they do seem to be good boys, you know, they don't seem to have any issues with the managers ever, but I don't know who can I think maybe a Kurt Zuma might not agree with him. I see maybe I don't see much rebellion at Chelsea. Chelsea is a little bit different. They lack personality compared to before. When you had the likes of Didier Drogba in that changing room, you had who else? Didier Drogba, Lampard, of course. Obviously, Lampard has been fired. You know, it's a shame. The likes of Essien, John Terry, who else? Before, you know, those days, man. Who else was there, man? I'm thinking of one. Czech was a decent personality as well. I'm thinking of somebody else though, man. But I might be wrong. Yeah, big up, bro. Listen, guys, if you haven't already, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button as well. Obviously, it's a bit of a long grind, but yeah, man. You know, we try, man. We try, man. Big up, Sean Moore, man. My guy, fam. Rudiger is a complete for what he's done to us academy players and trying to fight Aspi at the training ground. Who does he think he is? Rudiger, is he do you know what? Rudiger's a guy who might fall out. And this is the thing, yeah. I'm not trying to be negative, guys. But when you have a manager like Tuchel coming in, I'm not sure how it's gonna be received. Because to be very fair, Lampard wasn't all the way there either. You know, with some of his comments where he was saying to the media that, oh yeah, my players are not ready. They're this, they're that. And now you've brought in Tuchel. I mean, I don't know how it's exactly going to work. And Chelsea is a team where traditionally, with some of the old guard, I don't know about the new ones, because they've this Chelsea team is pretty new, let's not lie. Even the old people haven't really been there for too long. Only the likes of Aspi and, you know, some of these other ones. But they just get on with it, really, innit? Yeah, Tuchel's a good manager, proven at Dortmund and PSG. Do you know what? I would say he's a good manager, but if he was coming to Arsenal, I wouldn't really be happy. I don't want to say in a rude way, but if he was coming to Arsenal, I just don't know. You know. But again, I don't know the guy personally, but from what I've seen in it, I don't think Tuchel would have been a guy that I would have wanted. I can't lie to you. Man United, Herbert, you can't say Hudson. Oh, cool. Let's not be pessimistic here. Let's give the guy a chance. No, definitely. Listen, Chelsea fans especially, give the man a chance, innit? You know, he comes with good pedigree, innit? And the way we should look at it is like this. Do you honestly feel like he improves Chelsea more than Lampard does at the moment? I think yes. Because it just wasn't working for Lampard. Everybody was kind of against him. Personally, I would have liked to see him stay in the job a little bit longer, hopefully work it out. That's simply because I have a bias towards Lampard, because I like Lampard as a footballer and I don't think he's a bad person from what I've seen. But genuinely speaking, I just feel like, yeah, maybe it is statistically on paper as well, it's an improvement. Getting Tuchel in instead of Lampard. Tuchel isn't a good manager in my opinion. Yeah, why do you think that? Shuma, why do you think that? The second is a lot more than what you would first think. The things that have happened inside the club is disgraceful. You told me then, what's happened? Because I've seen a lot of I haven't really heard many stories about people falling out with the manager, but he can't get the players to play for him. That's the maddest thing. You know, it's almost like they're not vocal about it, but they're not playing for him. And are they not vocal because of his status, you know, because he's a legend in Chelsea Football Club? I'm not sure. You let me know, man. The Chelsea's hire and fire policy works. Wins them trophies. At Arsenal and United, we're content with top four. I think Manchester United are not genuinely content with top four. That's why they do make moves. That's why they do splash the cash. That's why they do go out there and at least be linked with big names, i.e. Jordan Sancho and other players like that. But I won't lie to you, at the moment you're just on a rebuild. Okay, are you top right now? I don't even remember, because the amount of people have been top in this season so far has been crazy. But you're still up there. You're still up there. Personally, I think you will be challenging for top 4 at the very least, or the title soon enough. So I wouldn't worry if you're Manchester United. If you're Arsenal, completely different conversation. Because he got sacked at PSG, man has unlimited funds. Mbappe and Neymar still was doing awful and got the sack. Yeah, personally, I don't know. That PSG job is harder than it looks. I would definitely say that, simply because everything is there set for you, but sometimes it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Look at what Zidane did with Madrid. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. And, now it's proven hard. He hasn't got the same team. But let's talk about Tuchel. Tuchel, same thing. You're almost guaranteed to win the league in France if you're PSG. That's just a fact. The real challenge is European competition, namely the Champions League. You have to try and win that. And look what he's saying. He led them to the Champions League final and bottled the CL final. And what would you think, guys? Like, did Tuchel actually bottle the Champions League final against Bayern or not? Because I feel like that year there was only going to be one team that was going to win it: Bayern Munich, hands down. Like, they were crazy. If you look at the quality that they possessed, was unreal, man, unreal. They had an informed Alphonso Davies, some of these guys, Gnabry, what's his name? Kingsley Coleman, Thomas Muller, Lewandowski, Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich, Neuer, even Jerome Boateng and all of that. Like, it's really, really hard, like, to defeat such a team. At the same time, I do feel like PSG could have got at them a bit better. But I don't know. Some of the signings that PSG made as well, I know financial fair play did influence them, but they were a bit odd. Like Choupo-Moting and all of those. I don't know if I said his name properly. Choupo-Moting, the guy that used to play for Stoke, and you saw it when PSG tried to introduce substitutes into the game on the Champions League final. It didn't work. But Bayern is a completely different animal, man. You can't. It's hard, man. It's hard. I mean, that was the worst year for PSG to get to the final. They should have got to the final against like a Tottenham or a Liverpool. They probably would have stood more of a chance. We try, but it's always dragged. We never sign players like Liverpool or City do. We take the whole summer. I mean, look, you still do sign decent players, better than Arsenal, but like the likes of the Sanchos and all of that, maybe it's a blessing in disguise you never got him. He's not really doing his best at Dortmund right now. But we all know that Sancho is a top player. We know he will be back, but I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard for people to make such signings. But Manchester United, yeah, I think that one was dragged. I think that one was publicity, man. I can't lie to you. How we said, yeah, you can't say he bought because Bayern was mad. The Havertz and Werner signings weren't Frank's choice. They were already decided before he joined. The club only let him sign one player he wanted to get, which is why he couldn't build the right team. I mean, if they wanted to sign Havertz and Werner from before he joined, that was a long time, because did he not join at the beginning of the, I think it's the 2019-2020 season, right? And they were well up there. And I think Werner and Havertz were only firing after that season, so at the back of that season, that's where Chelsea went in and signed them. So I'm not sure. I don't know if he specifically wanted them, but let's see. Bottle is a strong word. If Mbappe took his chance, he would have been a lot closer. Yeah, I mean, if is a big word as well, Let's go and check Thomas Tuchel on thing. Let's see. Okay, it's done for you guys. 1 minute. Thomas Tuchel transfer market. Okay, here we go. We got transfer market, by the way. Let's see. So, Thomas Tuchel, I didn't even know he played as a player. I can't lie to you. Anyways, can you see the screen? Yeah. Okay, great. Let's take this off. Let's see. So again, remember earlier we actually checked out Frank Lampard on Transfer Market, and don't get me wrong, guys, Transfer Market is not the most accurate, or it doesn't mean whatever it says is the truth. But they were saying that Frank Lampard plays a similar style to Thomas Tuchel. In fact, a exact replica of 4-3-3 attacking. Yeah, 4-3-3 attacking. So there we go, right there. Let me just show you again. I'm knackered, guys. Let me show you again. Let's look at his PSG record. Let's look at his Dortmund record first of all, in fact, because going to Mainz and all of that is a little bit different, isn't it? Let's go and look at his Dortmund record. 107 games for Dortmund. I mean, that's not even that long. That's like 2 seasons, isn't it? You know? That's like 2 seasons. What, 69 games won, 20 drawn, 18 lost. That's not too bad, I can't lie, guys. 260 goals for 121 against 227 points. I mean, that's decent. During his time there, what did he win as well? He won he won the it's like the German Cup. It's like the German FA Cup. These are all French trophies. I was thinking in my head like what? But these are all French trophies. Fair enough. But okay, 2 years at Dortmund, 1 trophy, like 1 FA Cup. They do take it quite serious over there as well. So don't think it's exactly like the FA Cup at in England. Now let's see if we can search PSG. Yeah, no bad record at all. Right, so again, 127 matches played for PSG, or managed, I should say. 96 won, 11 draws, 20 lost, 348 goals to 114, 299 points. I mean, look, PSG, let's not forget, I think when it was a little bit unfair, but when he did get fired from PSG, it was I think they were second or something, isn't it? You know, I feel like they would have turned it around by the end of the season, but I feel like PSG just didn't want him anymore. I can't lie to you. 1 second. Let's go and check. Let's go and check the rest. What did you want to say? Oh yeah, trophies as well. I mean, 2 league titles. Guys, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you should be winning against. You should be winning the league in France if you're PSG, but it's not a given. Look at Celtic this year as well. Celtic, they won the league 9, 10 times in a row, and now they've changed manager, and it's not working again, guys. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So don't ever doubt or discount or discredit such achievements. So 2 league titles, 1 is like a French FA Cup, 1 like Caribbean Cup, and then I don't know. All right, cool. So 4 trophies at PSG as well in how many years? I think 2 years. Not bad. These are all trophies that they should have won anyway. I mean, you could look at it as a little bit of an underachievement. If that PSG side is firing, yeah, let's say that PSG side is firing, where you know they're taking no prisoners and they're just top of the league throughout the season as they should be, really. Then you think, okay, Tuchel really done his thing. But really, if we look at it, he did well to win the league. Let's not lie. I mean, he pretty much gets what he wants anyway. But there's still deficiencies in that PSG team. You know, he still has to be a good manager to win it. The real indication will be is if Poch can come in and actually win trophies with that team. Because Poch hasn't won a trophy in his managerial career ever. And if he comes in and wins with that PSG team, you know, and if he wins more than Tuchel, you know, that's something we got to question. But no word of a lie, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal, man. I don't think it's that big of a deal. 1 second, guys. Let me just check something out. Do you know what? Whenever there's a second stream, yeah, whenever there's a second stream, it doesn't give out the notifications quick. So I feel like sometimes I just go do one video a day. Can't see anyone except Bayern winning again. They added Sonny. Yeah, but they don't even like Sonny right now. Let's see. Arsene Wenger was so stubborn back in the day. Thought that players were already, but he thought that players were good enough. I now get why Van Persie left. Never showed ambition. Xabi Alonso could have signed for us. Yeah, it was lack of ambition, man. No word of a lie. Bayern have been poor in comparison to last season, so I can definitely see competition in the Champions League. Yeah. I don't think it's the same Bayern as before. They've been losing some games this year where you're like, what the heck? This season, I should say. Chelsea gives you all the tools to win, unlike Arsenal, where it's one hand time behind the back. Yeah, definitely financially as well. Chelsea do, because Chelsea want to win, and this is the thing. Like, I just don't know. Tuchel, I don't know. If you bring Tuchel in as your manager and you realize that you've got Mendy in goal, Thiago Silva. I mean, Thiago Silva may have had a real influence on this as well. Thiago Silva in defense, with statistically Chelsea's best defender, Kurt Zouma. Tomori could get recalled on loan. You've got Reece James, who's a good young fullback, but probably needs a bit more development. Ben Chilwell's a little bit ahead of him in terms of development, but, you know, still needs a bit of a push. N'Golo Kante, who again is a top midfielder. I don't know what's been going on at Chelsea. Jorginho, Kovacic. You know, when as soon as we start getting forward with this Chelsea squad as well, it just sounds good. In fact, from front to back, this is actually a very good team. You know, you've got also Kai Havertz, Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi. You know, maybe you need to go and get another winger just for depth. But up front as well, is there a real problem there? Giroud, he's a bit old. Tammy Abraham, can Tuchel develop him? Apparently, he's meant to be good with young players anyway. That's what I always used to hear about Tuchel. I could just be getting it wrong. But, I mean, him and Mbappe, they on and off, innit? A little bit on and off. Do you think Mbappe's really improved that much under Tuchel? I don't think so. Do you see any of the other young players really improving under Tuchel? I'm not sure. I'm sure that Tuchel got rid of Christopher Nkunku. He's at Leipzig now. I'm sure that, you know, what's his name, man? I think his son, Timothy Weah, he's gone. So I don't really know with PSG, if there's no PSG fans in here, I'm sure, but I don't know if anyone can vouch for the fact that Tuchel's going to make a young player better. I'm still quite undecided. I feel like at Dortmund, we knew more about Tuchel than at Chelsea. And maybe he's just not the guy for the big clubs. But listen, let's give him a chance. Let's see how it goes. Big up, Josh Hunter. Chelsea be in the same position 18 months. Wow, do you know what? You lot might as well clip that right there. Manchester United, Herbert is saying Chelsea will be in the same position in 18 months. I mean, that is a long time. So basically at the end of, we'll call it the end of next season, you're going to see Chelsea in the same position. That is a big prediction, I can't lie. But big up, listen, that's why we're here, man. We're here to have debate. Highlight of Frank Lampard's career was, managerial career was arguing against Klopp in a match he lost 5-3. It's sad. It's sad to even say that. Yeah, big up to everyone, man. Big up to everyone. Let's see. When speaking about signing, Arsenal are the worst back in the day. We would get average players like Jorginho. Arsene always talked about selling his best players, but he sells Van Persie 30+ goals. Van Persie wanted to go. The real problem was the fact that his contract was run down so much that it was kind of like, do you sell him now for cheap, or do you let him go for free at the next available time? Sell him now for cheap, you know. Fabregas, again, he wanted to go Barca. I think the real problem was lack of ambition at Arsenal. Yo, bros, I hope you're staying safe and doing well. Yeah, same to you, bro. Big up, man. Thank you for the nice comments. Arsenal have to win Southampton, and there are no excuses whatsoever. I'd say definitely. If Arsenal have any chance of saving the season, I think is that Arteta made too many changes against Southampton in the FA Cup. Cost us dearly. That's it, man. Do you think Odegaard is going to make a difference? Let me know. Arsenal have to put things right against Southampton. Bro, do you look like Troy Deeney's long? Yeah, right. We got Troy Deeney though, but I don't think we look like each other. Hey, bro, 7 minutes. Yo, 7 minutes. Do you know what? Do you know when I lay on my bed, yeah? I might just lay on my bed for like a few minutes, yeah? And I just get so tired. Don't know what it is. Hey, it's interesting that Tuchel, I do think he underachieved at PSG, but I do think the players might not have the right mentality. I mean, look, PSG, let's talk about it. It's a good question. It's a good comment. Neymar, Champions League winner, I don't know how many times. League winner so many times. Copa del Rey winner so many times as well. Done decent with Brazil. It's probably going to be their top scorer ever. All of that. Probably most appearances for Brazil as well. Is he the captain? I don't even remember. All right, that's a man of quality, yeah? What did you say there? You said might not have the right mentality. And this is not me trying to prove you wrong. Please don't get that misunderstood. We're just looking through it. You've got Navas, Champions League winner, if I'm correct. League winner. And don't get me wrong, all of these players that I'm going to mention at PSG, or even the ones I don't mention, they're league winners and cup winners in France, definitely. But anyway, let's carry on. Mbappe, World Cup winner, Champions League semi-finalist with Monaco, and league winner with Monaco as well. And I mean, this is where, we talk about mentality. A man that's come as a teenager onto the scene and really made his mark. I believe he's got one of the best mentalities in football. And this is where I'm thinking, how the heck did he not improve in the last 2 years, or improve so much in the last 2 years under Tuchel? I'm not sure. This is what I'm thinking. Is Tuchel the guy to develop the young players? I'm not sure. But he seems to get good jobs in it, so big him up. Who else could we talk about? Di Maria. Di Maria, again, I'm not sure about Champions League winner, don't remember. I think he might have won one of them with Madrid. But again, good mentality. I think World Cup finalist, all of that. So, yeah, Chelsea should be doing far better than that, to be honest. Facts. Chelsea do have a good squad. They do. I've seen Chelsea's demise now for Spurs to capitulate. Them man will get stuff for beating us. Definitely, but I can't lie, that was a slapping 6-0. Chelsea do have a good squad. Surely Partey, Smith or Lacazette have to start. Yeah, listen, Arsenal need to go in strong tomorrow. So Wickham scores against Spurs. We got Wickham. Score prediction, yeah, that's a good score prediction, man. Buzzman's Violent said Dini's. I'm telling you, I'm too tired. I don't even know what to say right now. Bro, Tuchel does give young players a chance, but not every single young player. I think he will do a decent job for Chelsea. I do question his consistency. No, hear this. I'm not saying that he doesn't give young players a chance. He does. We saw it at PSG. It's just, do we feel like he's gonna develop them into better players? Do you feel like Mbappe has really progressed under Tuchel? I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure. Yo, bro, Mikel Arteta needs to go as soon as possible. You think so? Who would you get in then? Tuchel's off the market. Who would you get in? It's always a thing where young talents or Brazilians love to join Madrid or Barcelona. Yeah, I think everyone really, but it's only until recently in England, we never ever used to want to leave. Nobody ever used to want to leave to go to, any clubs. I think there was talk about Gerrard going to Bayern Munich at one point. Didn't want to leave. And until you saw that, I think the most high-profile move to another country in recent years was Jadon Sancho. And again, at the time, is pretty unproven at first-team level. we had the first say in re-signing Fabregas as well, and said no, apparently that was because there was no room to fit him in. But even though I would have had him back, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, when Fabregas went to Chelsea, I think that's 2015. No, 2014. And when did Arsenal get Ozil? I think at the time it did make sense not to bring him back, but at the end of the day, you know, Fabregas is a different quality. Hey, bro, it's total must win for Arsenal tomorrow. Facts, bro, facts, man. I think Arsenal do need to go in strong. They do need to play party. I mean, if Odegaard is actually not injured, do you play him straight away? Southampton might be a good game for him to sink his teeth into. I'm not sure, but you definitely play party. I think that midfield trio, it has to be party, Xhaka and Smith Rowe. But please, soon enough, rest him, because you cannot put so much pressure on the guy's body, man. I do question some of the players' mentality at Chelsea. I don't think it's like the Chelsea of old. I can't lie to you. Bro, his name, he won the Champions League once for Barcelona in 2015. I remember 2015, yeah. And he joined Barca in 2013 or 2014. If we showed ambition and just got at least Xabi Alonso or Fabregas, would have probably stayed. But it's the same reason why Ashley Cole left. Lack of ambition. It all comes down to the winning mentality. Yeah, this is the thing that you need, guys, at any club. Winning mentality, you know, a board that's got that winning mentality, a team that has that winning mentality, and a manager that has that winning mentality as well. How are you feeling last two videos? Nah, do you know what? I don't know. I think I'm just being a lot more tired, but I just sometimes I come out my show and big up though. Yeah, big up, man. Big up Fraser, man. Big up. What's your prediction for the Southampton game tomorrow? I mean, I feel like Southampton will score. I think we might do them 2-1 or 3-1 though. I could be wrong though. I can't lie to you. Your prediction for Arsenal Man United 3-2. We're gonna have to see that. We're gonna have to really think about it after the Southampton game. Haaland to Chelsea. Keep hearing it. Do you know what? I don't think Haaland will go. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think that's the best move for him. I think he can get a Madrid or a Barca, definitely. But going to Chelsea is probably gonna be a money move. Probably gonna be a money move. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Excuse me. So I think if Haaland wants to carry on developing, stay at Dortmund. Stay at Dortmund. When you're ready, go to, I don't know, Madrid or Barca, PSG or something like that. But I you know what? Part of me says that sometimes you gotta make that move ASAP as well. For example, there's some people that never make the move, like I told you, and you know they don't progress, they don't blossom. Mbappe has been at the same level for a year or two. That's what I'm saying, and that's what's his name? Tuchel's been there for a year or two. 2014 Champions League, Di Maria, yeah. Mbappe's mentality is concerning for me. Man's too concerned about Danny's hair blue and doing pose for FIFA Team of the Year card rather than football at the moment. I think Neymar does have an input on that as well. You know, when I did see him and Neymar start to rub shoulders, I did see a change in Mbappe, which I didn't like. I'm not gonna lie. Neymar, again, one of the best players in the world right now. I think he was better in Barca. I can't lie to you. In PSG, it's just a little bit like Tuchel couldn't control them. But I hope to see Neymar, you know, leave his stamp on the game, you know, leave his legacy. I want to see that because I'm a fan of Neymar. I'm a fan of Mbappe as well, big fan of Mbappe. So I feel like we need to be a bit more. I don't know how to get the best out of him. I think Mbappe needs a move. I can't lie to you, and Neymar needs a move as well. But they can't play in the same club. His mentality is definitely concerning. I definitely give you that. Bro's hitting that 1K soon. Yeah, big up, man. Hopefully, if you haven't already, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button as well, guys. The great thing about football is that there's so many variations in opinions and beliefs. It's like a religion. I mean, yeah, this is the thing, man. This is why we can talk about football every single day, you know, and just building community vibes off of the game that we love. Gerrard can't play in a Barcelona system. Nah, I don't think he could. I'm not sure. It's a very different one. Very difficult one. Oh my gosh. Wickham are 1-0 up against Spurs. What kind of team did Spurs put out today? Samuel O, big up yourself, Samuel O, man. Big up yourself. Bros, I agree with you. What I meant was young players and most players did improve under Tuchel. Hopefully he does the same for Chelsea. I also watch PSG a lot. Okay, my mistake. I misunderstood what you meant. I mean, yeah, I used to. Do you know what? Do you know what's actually funny? Under Tuchel, I kind of stopped watching PSG. I don't know why. I didn't feel like they were as good as when they were under, I think it was Emery before him. Emery, you know? Was it Emery? That was just before Tuchel. I'm not sure. I don't support Arsenal, as you know, but I hope someone snaps Walcott's legs for the disrespect to his ex-club and club legends. Yeah, I feel like it's a disrespect. I know he was trying to, give us his opinion and all of that, but to say that you're thinking that Van Persie is better than Henry, I don't think Van Persie would even agree with you. No elite managers come to Arsenal to work under any poor conditions. Remember, I said that fans love saying that we should have got Carlo. He was never coming. Everton watched him for 3 years. That's crazy, though. Do you know what's crazy about that is the fact that Everton can get Carlo Ancelotti. Not to say we can't, but we'd even going for him. I reckon, I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. I reckon we could have got a Carlo Ancelotti or a Rafa Benitez, them sort of people. I think Rafa did kind of devalue himself by taking the Newcastle job, but who knows? You don't know his financial situation at home. But I feel like we can get those players. We can get those managers most definitely. Neymar is this generation's Ronaldinho. I mean, Ronaldinho was a guy that will come to your team and take you, take you higher. Has he really done that at PSG? Neymar, I'm not sure. Why not play Odegaard right away? I know there's talk not to push players into the fire too soon, but every job I've ever had pushed me into the thick of things right away. And I didn't have those wages. Do you know what? I would have liked to put Odegaard or play him straight away. I don't know why we didn't play Thomas Partey straight away. He's on loan as well, Odegaard. So just put him in, man. Put him in. And you know what? If he gets injured, what you don't want to happen, yeah, is you have an injury-prone player. He gets injured, but you don't have any more time to sign any other players in the window. For example, if you don't play Odegaard now, you're probably not going to start him against Man United. And then by then, the window's probably going to be done, And then if anything happens to Odegaard, you don't have any other option. I don't really understand Arsenal. I mean, they could try and sign him for cheaper after the season's done, after his loan's done, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure of this whole Odegaard thing. I don't know how they're trying to do it. FA Cup was a big lose, but we need to focus on the next two games, Southampton, then United. If we win, we build momentum in the league, and we lose, then that sums up our season in the league. Big up, bros. Yo, big up yourself, Jesse PB. To be very honest with you, yeah, I think we need to just take it one game at a time if we're Arsenal, because at the end of the day, bro, if we look at the Arsenal fixtures right now, let me go and look at the Arsenal fixtures right now. Premier League. We look at Arsenal's fixtures right now, yeah. We're not guaranteed to win any of them, because Arsenal is so inconsistent. It's a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit of a gamble even talking about it. Arsenal. Let's even just look at the importance of tomorrow's game. Yeah, they're gonna have one game in hand they're gonna have one game in hand over us, but we could leapfrog them temporarily, at least for a game or so. But we have to win. We have to win. But winning will take us from 10th to about 8th. Can you see where the gap is already beginning to form, though, guys? And this is what I was saying. In the next few weeks and the next few match days, this is what's going to happen. You're going to see gaps start to form in the league. I know that everybody was talking about before, like, oh, yeah, you can win 2 games and be in top 4 and all of that. It's not going to start happening anymore. It's not gonna be happening anymore. I can't lie to you. But let's look at the fixtures. Forgive me. Let's look at the fixtures. Again, Southampton. Now look at this, yeah. Even going by recent results, Southampton, we're not guaranteed to win. Man United, definitely not guaranteed to win. Wolves, not guaranteed to win. Villa, not guaranteed to win. Leeds United we should win it, but cool. We're going to go Benfica away. Probably not going to win that. Man City at home. Probably going to lose that. Man City are going to be in full flow by then. Benfica at home, maybe we could win it, but I'm not sure. Leicester away, I'm not sure we're going to win that. Burnley away, I'm not sure we're going to win that. Spurs at home, there is no guarantee we're going to win that. West Ham away is probably the most likely game that we're going to win. And don't get me wrong though, West Ham have not been bad this season. You know, they've been just going about their business quietly. But look at that, that's in like 2 months. 2 months. And then next we're going to play Liverpool, who will probably lose to. Maybe we'll win those 2 games there. And then again, it's just, bro, I can't lie to you. I've always said, yeah, if Arsenal get top 8, that's a blessing. Top 7, top 8, that's a blessing. Because at the end of the day, you look at those fixtures there and you tell me genuinely, do you think Arsenal are going to win? Bertrand and Walker-Peters out. Oh, with injury, Lampard. Haaland has a release clause that activates until 2022. I heard it's quite cheap. Lampard's second was coming. Tuchel is known for his issues with players, and Roman will have problems. That's it. Bros, do you rate Upamecano and Kanate? If you were a dude, would you sign them for more release clause? Apparently, I heard that Upamecano's declining. I can't lie, but we'll have to see. I agree with Josh Hunter. Neymar roams a lot more in PSG at Barca than at Barca. I think he was a wide man, but now Tom Tuchel is changing into an inverted winger who has the freedom to roam the pitch and create. Barca need is better. Facts. Simply. Bros, yes, it was Emery before Tuchel. I thought PSG were more attacking with Emery and compared to Tuchel. Tuchel kind of holds back a little bit. It's weird. Well, that's what I think. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. And I didn't remember him being like that at Dortmund. I remember at PSG, I remember under Emery, PSG were a lot more attacking. And it's weird because when PSG were, when Emery came to Arsenal, it didn't seem like that either. But maybe we need to realize that Emery wasn't that bad. The next 2 games are decisive for the season. Facts, we ain't being United, but Southampton, there's a chance. There's a chance, but it's not guaranteed. The way you asked the mic. Sometimes I feel like I'm holding a Magnum or something, you know, the chocolate ice cream. I hear that, bros. I respect your opinion, but I doubt it very much. Carlo went to Everton because he was given guarantees he'll be back to his signings. It's paying dividends, as you can see. Oh yeah, listen, that is a good point as well. Don't get twisted, man. But I reckon in terms of stature, the next 2, in terms of stature, the club Arsenal is bigger than Everton. They could definitely attract better managers, and players though. Bros, yes, bros, we saying predictions for tomorrow. I think it might be 3-1 Arsenal, I can't lie to you. If not, 1-0 Southampton again. If we don't bring a run together starting with the Southampton game, the season is finished. We cannot even afford a loss to United. Top 4 would be gone. Top 4 is gone, I would say it's gone, man. I can't lie. Top 5 favourite players. Yeah, no, it's a good squad there, fam. I can't lie. You like your midfielders, innit? To be honest, I don't care. 8th or 15th. I don't have to, so I don't care about the banner. I think maybe we need to go through this rough patch in order for people to understand where we're at, you know, including the board. If Upamecano values money as a big factor or could not play, always talking to someone else. The Prem this season has been hard. Smaller teams have been able stronger and make the gap smaller with other teams. That's it. It's the fact that the smaller teams are actually doing their thing is what's really balancing out or making the Premier League look a lot more difficult. To be honest, Emery wasn't that bad right now. With Emery, we were only 8th. What if he changed it around? That's the thing. I think Emery, there was a lot of... Look, Arsenal's in a big rebuilding process, guys, and you have to understand that any club that has a very long-term manager, they don't always hit the ground running, or the new manager doesn't always come in and hit the ground running, I should say it like that. So, personally, I feel like Emery wasn't that bad. There were some results he wasn't getting, but he's trying to implement his style. But I remember people hated Emery. Like, I remember people hated Emery, and I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know how you go from being so attacking at PSG to being or just looking confused at Arsenal. It was a bit of a weird one. Yes, the next few games are huge. If they want any chance of a European tournament, momentum needs to start building now. They can't leave too many points on the table now the FA Cup is done. Do you know what? If I'm really honest with you, I don't feel like the FA Cup would have even made a difference. We might have won it, but league form is just the biggest concern for me right now. And this is where I feel like, as a fan base, we're a bit too nice. You know, we win the FA Cup and we think, oh, that's great, but there's no improvement after we win the FA Cup. And let's see what else. What Tuchel said about his style of play: I prefer certain qualities, an active playing style, bold defending, and pacey play and attack. He says that, but I didn't really see that at PSG, I can't lie. And that, if there are two attackers on this earth that can give you pacey play and attack, I don't even have to say the names. One of them is right here now in this comment. Where do you think Mbappe will go off the next broads? I think, all this talk about Liverpool and all of that, I don't think it's an upward step. I think he goes to Madrid next. They can afford his wages as well. Everton and Leicester have made their moves and are working to unseat heavyweights like Arsenal and Chelsea. Facts, bro. And I mean, it will be temporary. I don't think it will be permanent, just simply due to the size of the clubs and, the amount of money they can generate and the players they can bring in. But if Everton or Leicester get even more investment or whatnot, hey, it's going to be a completely different thing. I think it's just the fact that Chelsea and Arsenal being so bad this season, they've taken advantage of that. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I don't rate Arsene Wenger because he didn't win anything in Europe. I mean, that's a little bit harsh. If I knew Arteta was coming, then I would have kept Emery. Hey, I think a lot of people would agree with you on that one. I think a lot of people would agree with you on that. Arsenal Alex, relentless. That was one of the worst comments I've ever seen, in my opinion. But that's your opinion. Opinions, man. Man like Claude saying Arsenal should go on the rebuild since around 2017. I mean, he was right, innit? He was right. Just big up Jamie Stephen Dunn. I meant the FA Cup was an avenue into a European tournament. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I get you, bro. I get you. It's a thing where, like, for me, the way I see it, we're probably better off with no European football right now. Let us develop our team. Let's develop our style, and then we go back into Europe. Because it's a bit of a hard one. If you're playing in 4 competitions, right, and 3 of them you take serious, with the exception of the FA, was it the Carabao Cup? Yeah, the League Cup. That's the one that you don't really take serious. But if you're in a team where you're taking 3, or you're trying to take 3 competitions serious, I feel like, especially Europa League, is hard. Like, you need that depth already. You can't just be any team in there and be constantly trying to win it or trying to progress through the rounds in that competition and be challenging in all competitions. For example, challenging in the Premier League, challenging in the FA Cup, challenging in the Europa League. It doesn't work if you're Arsenal because you don't have the depth. So it's a bit like, for me, I feel like we can't give up the league, obviously. FA Cup is a little bit easier. Europa League is a lot more difficult. I feel like if we don't get Europa League this season, I'm glad because then we can just work on the building playing style. And that's where you give Arteta 1 year to really see if he can make something of himself. After that, I feel like, he's got to go. I never really hated Emery, but eventually I saw that he wasn't the man to lead Arsenal where they wanted to be. I did enjoy watching Arsenal more with Emery than Arteta, sad to say. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people did, and even then they hated him, But you're right, man. You're right. Bros, when was Emery in charge of Arsenal? Oh, sorry, bros, when Emery was in charge of Arsenal, we did score a lot of goals, but we conceded goals as well. Of course, it stopped during the last 9-10 games before he had to go. Yeah, this is the thing, man. I think when Emery was doing that 3-5-2 as well, that was a good move, fam. I can't lie. Noah's Lampard got sacked before Arteta fuming. Need to make a video on my channel. Big up, man. So you think Leicester will be temporary? I think as long as they keep operating the way they do, they can be a pest every few years. I mean, yeah, I think it will be temporary. Even the fact that you said every few years does kind of suggest to me that it is temporary, For example, they don't really have that pulling power. That takes a while, Financially, do they have that financial spending power? I don't know. But the good thing in their favor is that they've got a good training ground, one of the best in the world being built. Sorry, they do finish within the top 4 or the top 6 pretty regular now. They've got a brilliant manager in Brendan Rodgers, and I mean, the only negative I would say is that Jamie Vardy is probably soon enough going to retire, but it doesn't look like he's slowing down for now. I can't lie. Listen, looking back at it, how can we say Emery done a bad job? Not really. He actually overachieved getting us to the Europa League final with that dog players we had. Yeah, I mean, I can see your point. I don't get obsessed with Madrid. Too many players love the club, which is living off its big history. The club isn't good anymore because of the fraudulent manager. Raw, you think Zidane is a fraud? I can't lie to you. 4 Champions Leagues in 5 years. I know the first one he was an assistant, but still, that's crazy. He was at Arsenal for 22 years, won 3 league titles and some FA Cups. He's the greatest. Sorry, not for me. Guys, let's not lie though, yeah? We're so stuck on statistics. Like, bro, like listen, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Relentless football talk. You're my dog, fam. All the way in the US, fam. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Relentless. But bro, let's be honest, yeah. To call Wenger or to say he's not the greatest, like and talk about statistics. In 22 years, won 3 league titles and some FA Cups. I find it disrespectful. I could be wrong. Let me sip my water quick, man. We're going into Broads mode right now. 1 minute. Do you know what? Let me pump myself up for this, man. I can't lie to you, bro, because I'm so... You lot ready for this, yeah? You lot ready for this? I'm honestly, yeah, I'm back. I'm back now, yeah. Bro, alright. Let's I'm not angry. Whoa. I'm not angry. No. I was playing around, man. I'm not angry. No. Relentless. We're gonna talk, bro. Listen, guys. Don't grill him. Don't grill Relentless. My guy, fam. He plays some good football, but Wenger sent the club back so far, bro. Bro, listen, Relentless. It's no hard feelings, bro. But we're gonna go in now, innit? Gonna just kind of pump myself up, bro. I told you, we're getting Broads mode now. Now, listen, yeah, let's bring up the comment back here, yeah? Let's bring up the comment back here. Look, listen, he's entitled to his opinion, fam. He's entitled. Listen, Relentless, my guy, fam. Don't get it twisted, bro. Relentless, I gotta big up Relentless every single time, fam. Every single time. And look, at Arsenal, Alex, we're gonna chat as well, fam. We're gonna chat as well. But look, Relentless, I'm gonna stick that here. I'm sorry, guys. All the other comments, I can't really say anything about it. But listen, we're gonna go in now, bro. In 22 years, Arsene Wenger has taken Arsenal from one level to the next. Yeah, one level to the next. Now, guys, don't forget, trophies are not everything when you're building a club. In 22 years, the amount of top 4 finishes, the amount of times that we were, I understand, yeah. Like, for example, look, I hear what you're saying, bro. Yeah, I hear what you're saying about Jose and Sir Alex. But fam, those are 2 of the greatest managers in history that Wenger had to compete with. And at the same time, he still wanted a unbeaten or he went through the season unbeaten. In fact, he went through 49 league games unbeaten. Champions League final, we never ever had that success. We've never ever been that close to a Champions League final ever again. Signed and developed some of the best players to ever walk through those doors of Highbury and the Emirates. Done really, really well with owners who didn't back him financially. There was so much that Wenger did which was great. And don't get me wrong, relentless, I'm telling you. And I've always said it. You lot are entitled to any opinion that you want to have. Anything you want to say, as long as it's not racist, prejudice, homophobic, xenophobic, all of that sort of stuff. Say whatever you want. And listen, Relentless, I'm telling you, Relentless is my dog, man. There's no problem with what Relentless said at all in it. But I feel like for us to just throw statistics out there and say he's not all that, it's not all about the statistics, guys. It's not all about the statistics. It's about the eye test as well. It's about seeing what the man did. Yes, Wenger did decline towards the end. But then after, you have to realize, has anybody even got close to what he was doing since he left? And it's not always about your league position and things like that. It's not always about that. But sometimes it's about understanding how good of a job somebody's doing considering the circumstances. That's all it is. But no, Relentless. Big up Relentless, man. He was a great manager, don't get me wrong, but he was underachieving. I think because of the standard that he set himself, yeah, definitely. But can anybody show me a manager who's done what Wenger's done in Arsenal's history? And you know what, yeah, I don't even like saying stuff like that because I don't like to compare people from the past who made the club great and built the club up to the level that it was when Wenger came through the door. Everybody's been adding to that club until Wenger declined. After that, Emery, did he really add to it? He tried his best. Ljungberg tried his best. Arteta trying his best. But nobody can really say too much. Yeah, listen, you lot can say George Graham and all of that. And like I'm saying, George Graham has taken the club to a level. You know what I mean? To a higher level. Again, I don't know too much about George Graham, so I'm not gonna say. But I don't wanna be cup winners cup. And I'm not trying to discredit that. But Cup Winners' Cup, which one would you rather? One is not even a competition anymore, and one is the Champions League. But again, I'm not comparing. Big up George Graham. Do you know why? Because without the likes of George Graham, and me, I'm not a disrespectful guy. George Graham's an OG. So I'm never ever gonna disrespect the man or whatnot. But that success that George Graham had, if you look at relative, it might some might consider the Champions League to be better than the Cup Winners' Cup. That's fine. But he still won the Cup Winners' Cup and took Arsenal to that next level. When you win any European championship or whatever, you know what I mean? You're taking your club to the next level. European competition, whether it's the Europa League, whatever, it's not easy, fam. It's not easy. Herbert Chapman well before his time. I mean, yeah, this is the thing. These are the guys that added, even the way that, I don't know too much about George Graham, innit? But even the way that Wenger added to the game of football, what he brought to the game of football, the nutrition, the training methods, yeah, the football, the improving the training grounds, the recruitment, the little kind of blueprint that he had in the transfer market, bringing in players and improving them, buying cheap and selling big. That wasn't really towards the end of his career, but the likes of Anelka and all of that, right? I don't even know if Anelka was a Wenger signing. I could have flopped there. Graham is known for the 1-0 to the Arsenal. Again, guys, I am by no means, please do not unintentionally drag me into a George Graham slander, Please don't drag me into that because that's definitely not what I'm doing. I'm saying football always moves forward. Everything moves forward. So the fact that we have Wenger today is because of a George Graham, That's what I truly believe. If there was no George Graham, I don't think Wenger would ever come to the club. simply because I don't know how the club would be looking without the input of George Graham. Before Herbert Chapman would have never been a big club. This is what I'm saying. People leave their legacy. We've been lucky at Arsenal that we've had great managers all the way up to Wenger who have built and left a lasting legacy. And now, you know, we're struggling in it. But I can't say that Wenger wasn't that great. But listen, Relentless is my guy, man. Bro, honestly, this what I like conversations like this. He had poor man management. That's the real reason why our top players left to our rivals. Do you think it was man management or what? Bishara Ahmed. Do you think it was that, or do you think it was like, I don't know, lack of ambition? I would say. I don't think that. I think. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Wenger had great man management because the guys wanted to play for him. You know, the guys love him. Nobody comes out and criticizes Wenger. I think his man management was actually great, but it was hard, innit? It's almost like saying to your dad, I don't want to work in your business anymore because you're just, you know, you're just not going anywhere, bruv. The business not going anywhere. The roof is leaking. The door doesn't close properly. Customers go down the road instead of coming to here because you're stuck in your ways, dad. You know? And that's what I'm saying. The same thing with Wenger. But these lot, it's like they don't tell him that. But they're like, I can't stay with this guy. My career, the clock of my career is ticking. You know? Tick-tock. I don't know which way it's going for you lot. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's ticking. But at the same time, I don't want to hurt dad. But dad, I want a good career. I don't want to look back at it and say I was a one-club man in a club that has no ambition. So we can never blame the likes of Henry, RVP, Fabregas, even Alex Song. You know, all of these guys, we can't blame them. Sammy Nasri, you know, we can't blame them simply because they wanted to win trophies. You don't grow up thinking I want to play for Arsene Wenger. That's it. You know, even Ashley Cole. I see Ashley Cole's name pop up. Man management. No. Ashley Cole wanted to stay as he was going to accept 60 grand contract, but at last minute we offered him 55. Ashley wanted to stay. I'll be honest with you. I honestly feel like these lot, they love Wenger, but they cannot stand what was going on at the club. And you know what? We probably come to realize it's probably not even just Wenger's fault. It was probably actually the board, you know, telling him you can't spend any money. We just built a new stadium. And now look at Tottenham built probably a more expensive stadium and they still spending money. He had way too much control over the club. It was backhanders FC. I mean, yeah, that is something we could explore as well. I can't lie. But yeah, Relentless, listen, big you up for the comment, bro. Big up, fam. You know what I mean? If I go against somebody's comment, it's nothing personal, bro. We're one community, innit? One gang, one family, man. Like, we ain't ever disrespecting each other because of the game of football. We just debating, man. And this is what makes great content for us to watch back in the future and really try and expand our minds, you know? Be open-minded to other people's opinions. I'm open-minded to all of your opinions. You know what I'm trying to say? Obviously, yeah, I do take a little bit personal with Wenger, innit? But it's all good, man. Listen, Relentless. My dog, fam. Big up yourself, man. Come on. Big up from Canada. Yo, big up Canada, man. I got a lot of family over there as well. I got family in the 6. I got family in Montreal as well. So big up, man. Big up Canada, man. My people. Before Wenger, we've been a big club. Yes, we've been a big club before Wenger, but I think he made us even bigger on a global scale, you know? Today's title should have been why United win the FA Cup. Maybe another day. But yeah, I can't lie to you. I feel like on a global scale, Wenger made it huge. Wenger made the club huge because it's not like Liverpool, where they were a big team already. Manchester United, you know, these teams have been big, huge from the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. That wasn't Arsenal. It's only end of the 90s beginning of the 2000s. You know, that's when we started to get huge, like huge upon huge. Man, Wenger was so stubborn. If he left in 2006 as top manager, he would have come to a good squad. That manager could have elevated Arsenal to the next level. That is a deficiency I think we had, definitely. When I agree with that. I think Wenger's problem was he didn't know when to leave. You know, that's the problem. Didn't know when to leave. Went in a different direction, but I'm wondering, with the financial model Arsenal uses, do you think they can afford to take a year away from European football? That's a very good question. I don't think they can. I think that's why European football is such a big, problem for them. And I feel like one thing is what was it? I'm so tired. I feel like, so I was reading the comments there as well. I feel like the reason why we're doing things on the cheap and doing things on loan and, not spending money the way we feel like we should be is because of the fact that we might not get into Europe. And it's looking even more unlikely as time goes on. So maybe for the benefit of the club, or maybe for the benefit of Stan Kroenke's pocket, we're making these moves. That's a very good, that's a very good question there, Fraser, man. Big up. Well, look at it this way. You think Arsenal, who does your mind go to? Wenger? That's no coincidence. Facts, bro. But listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion, guys. Honestly, no problem with what Relentless said at all, man. None at all. I'm a guy that's against statistics and against the hate of Wenger. That's nothing to do with Relentless. Relentless is a guy who contributes brilliant comments, brilliant information to this community every single day, man. Big up Relentless. Bro, really good. I don't know why he's trending. Let me check. I think Wenger stayed to take as much money from the club as possible. Cool. I don't know. I think he deserves it, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I can't believe people criticize Henry for leaving the club in 2007. Yeah, I think so. It was a mad thing. Before Mikel, we were a massive club. After Mikel, we were gonna be gargantuan. The only reason why people tend to Wenger's number one is because we were his only English club. Chapman revolutionized us even more and constantly delivered, but also coached other Premier League teams. Yeah, that was a very long time ago, my guy. I can't lie to you. It was a very long time ago. And this is why I don't make comparisons between... I'll never compare Wenger and George Graham. Never, because it's a completely different thing. If a manager comes tomorrow and is very successful, I'll never compare him to Wenger. Because Wenger came in at a time and actually revolutionized football in terms of nutrition, training methods, all of these sort of things. Like Herbert Chapman did the same thing. George Graham, I don't know too much about him. I'm not going to lie to you. But he sounds like a good manager. I always hear great things about the guy. So I can't say nothing. But we're lucky at Arsenal to have had managers over the course of history who have constantly improved not only our club, but the game of football. You can't say that about many other clubs. It's great to have different opinions. We can be sitting here in the echo chamber, need to have different perspectives, point of views, so we can grow. That's it, bro. That's it. People are calling Van Persie a snake, but think about it. He had to put up with people like Arshavin Son. He was our only world-class player when he was 29. It was good choice going to Man United. I mean, yeah, Song did become good in the end. Arshavin was inconsistent, and Arteta, I just didn't know. But you're right. Listen, people can call him a snake, bro. Football is a short career. I don't blame him. I understand what you're saying, but you can't let sentiment kill the football club. Look at Mikel. He was bang average player. Fans are... Just imagine if we had Patrick Vieira in charge. I mean, that is a little bit of sentiment as well, though, isn't it? Getting Vieira in, because Vieira's kind of struggling. But listen, don't get me wrong, bro. I'm a fan of Arsenal. So I'm always going to have sentiment. Which is bad. It's biased. I understand what you're saying. I'm going to be honest. I am biased towards Wenger. I think Wenger, I have an emotional attachment with the club. And that was because of Arsene Wenger. There's no cap. That's no lie. I have an emotional attachment with the club because of Wenger, Henry, all of these guys, bro. When I see your photo of Henry, it brings back great memories. This is obviously not Henry in Arsenal, it's Henry in Monaco, I think. But do you know what I'm trying to say? It brings back great memories. I watch all the documentaries on Henry that I can. Wenger, I haven't watched too much, but I honestly respect Wenger so much as a person and as a football manager. It didn't end well for him, I know. But obviously, you know, that's just the way the game goes sometimes. But sentiment is clouding my judgment. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It is. It is. And I think it did kind of mess up the football club. It is messing it up right now. You know, two out of our last three managers since Wenger has left have been ex-players, and they've not really been doing the best in it. So I definitely get you, bro. You're not wrong on that at all. We got my old man George Graham, one of Arsenal's best managers over the last 20 years, even better than Wenger. I mean, listen, you're entitled to your opinion. Spurs without Kane and Son are just a relegation side team. It's mad, isn't it? I think we'll discuss stuff like this for a long time. Arsenal's really is not exciting right now. It's true. It's true. Patrick Vieira, if he was at Arsenal, he was doing bad. People wouldn't want him out because he's a legend. Well, this just happened with Lampard. Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, I have never seen so many people put up so many kind messages to a manager who basically took the club backwards in the short term. In the short term, you know, and obviously I'm a big fan of Lampard as well. I think it's hard not to like the guy, but so many people have been putting out so many messages where Chelsea are normally like, they're a bit harsh. The fan base is a bit harsh. The club is a bit harsh. Arsenal's a bit nicer over, you know, over on this side. But over on that side, they're a bit more like, nah, we don't want anybody to be taking our team backwards and all of that. You know, it's different. But I've never seen so many people be so happy with a manager who's taking you from Champions League to out of Europe at the moment. But again, Lampard is my dog, man. Bro, do you know how many times we bought the league? 2014, 2009, there's so many more years. Arsenal would never change the tactics. Just one change could have been the difference. No, fact. Listen, I'm not here to say that Wenger wasn't getting it wrong at the end. I'm not here to say that. But I'm saying I can't say in 22 years, just because he won 3 Premier Leagues and a few FA Cups, he's not that great. It's more than that. It's more than that, you know? Yeah, in the last 10 years, it was bad. Like what somebody said earlier, if Wenger actually left in 2006, I think it would be a completely different conversation. People would definitely be saying he's the GOAT, 100%. But Wenger just held on, and it just got worse. And I feel like part of it was just the board. I think the board just didn't help him. And we're seeing it now. Who's coming and has even got close to what Wenger could do? Nobody. I think Arsenal need a supportive and involving number 2 like Waiter for Teta, or was that Man City? Also, Ferguson had his number 2 involved. Yeah, and you gotta realize, yeah, guys, some of the best managers, they've had brilliant number 2s. They've had brilliant number 2s. I'm gonna give one example or two. I'm gonna give my first one, Sir Alex Ferguson. That guy knew how to get it right with his number 2. He had Steve McLaren, who obviously became the England manager one day. He had Mike Phelan. He had Carlos Queiroz, you know, and I don't remember who else. But those 3 definitely were like, you know, they're big. They're big number 2s. You know, they could easily, well, they did, innit? They easily went off and managed that first team level. You know, they got good jobs as well. So I definitely get you. The other one is Jose Mourinho, on it. He had Rui Ferreira. Ferreira, sorry, not Fiera. How can I say that? Tottenham got Liverpool on Thursday, and they are gonna have to bring Kane and Son to save, aren't we? Cool title contender. I mean, look, I can't lie to you. I think Tottenham's still gonna have a say in this, but I've been wrong. I've been wrong so much about this season so far. Arsenal was a relegation team before Chapman. Chapman is is one of the most important, if not the most important manager in Arsenal's history. Don't ever get that twisted. And Chapman is a man who introduced putting player shirts on the back of their names. I think he introduced the WM formation, which is basically like I think it was like a 4-4-2 or 4-2-4-2. I don't remember. No. I think is WM formation. You can go and Google it. Yeah, I remember reading about Chapman as a little kid, man. Yeah, Brian Laws, Carlos Queiroz. Wait, I already said a minute. You said big number 2. I get you. Rennie Mullenstein, that guy is a football genius as well. Rennie Mullenstein, you know, he was another number 2 for Alex Ferguson. I was thinking of Carlos Queiroz. Rennie Mullenstein is the Dutch guy, innit? Big up yourself, bro. I just feel Arsenal fans need to raise expectations. I'm sure Mikel Arteta is a nice guy, but he is not the one to take us forward. Listen, I don't disagree with you, bro. Relentless. You know you're my guy, bro. You know you're my guy, fam. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know you're my guy, man. Big up every time, man. Listen, I was only bantering when I turned off the camera and that. Like, it was all a joke, innit? But no, listen, I'm glad that you have your opinion in it and you express it, bro. Honestly, nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love. Hit the likes, everyone, if you haven't already. Yeah, big up, man. Bros, bro, why are you so deluded, though? Man saying like you like Lampard, he got sacked. Get over it. You say, what's wrong with this guy, fam? What is wrong with this guy, bro? I swear down. You know what, guys? Also, yeah, if there's any funny moments or anything that you want to see clipped in a video, we're working on a compilation, right? Me and I don't know if I can mention who's gonna work on it with me, but we're working on a compilation to put it together and maybe add a few, you know, funny bits. So, yeah, clip it or clip any videos and send them to me via Instagram, Twitter, whatever. It's all JBroads, and then yeah, we'll put it together. And obviously, I'm gonna attach the names and all of that of the people who have sent me the clips, and you know, let's try and make it into something good. I'm sure this guy's name is gonna be popping up a lot on my Marley fam. Class clown, no joking. Big up, Woolstace. Chapman introduced international fans to the game, bro. I'm telling you, yeah, Chapman was really, really like he was a revolutionary, man. I mean, you can say Jose changed the way football is played today because before that it came to England. Yeah, I mean, look, Jose was very, very how to explain it? Jose was very, very. Jose is a winner, innit? So however he needs to win, he'll win it. He was very counter-attacking at one point. He's very defensive sometimes. Jose, I think there's no way to put your finger on what kind of style he has, but I definitely think defense is something he takes very serious. Chapman introduced 3-2-2-3. I think that's what it was called in WM, innit? Did you see the Arsenal Time quiz by AFTV? Worth a watch. Bros and DT and Curtis and Ty. Lead judges and Curtis and Lee. Huh? I didn't do it. Claude was the only one with 100. I didn't do that. Where can I find the video? Unfortunately, being a nice guy doesn't translate into on-pitch success. Sometimes managers / coaches have to be a bit of a jerk to succeed. So yeah, they may be nice people, but we need wins, not hugs. And that's it. I mean, sometimes that is what you need, isn't it? I think Arsenal, we've always been nice guys. And this is what people say about Wenger, you know, he trusts the players too much, even when they're not producing for him. Things like that. You do need to be ruthless, innit? I think Wenger, I don't think he ever had that streak in him. And that's why I don't disagree with people when they say Wenger could have done better. You know? It was just that comment there, but obviously I agree with Relentless on most things, innit? Yes, sir. Wenger is the biggest revolutionary to come to the Premier, and I'm a Chelsea fan. Premier League wise, I think he's up there, innit? He's up there. Maybe Jose, you could say, Sir Alex as well. But I think he's there. I think he's up there. Oh no, not that guy again. Which guy is that? Sorry. I hope today confirms that Lampard lost the Oli Lampard Arteta debate. Oh my days, listen. Somebody said something really good. Lewis. Big up Lewis G. From Chelsea Fan TV, I think it's called, or Blues Fan TV. You know, he's obviously got his own channel as well, which is popping as well. Look, the way I see it, and this is what Lewis said as well. He goes, bro, Chelsea are a team that they have expectation, you know. And the Lampard, listen, I'm going to probably end the video here. The Lampard appointment was not normal. That's one thing I want to leave you guys with today. The Lampard appointment was not normal. Chelsea were under embargo. They could not sign any players and they were losing their best players. No big manager was going to take that job because they know at Chelsea is smoke, fam. It's smoke. In other terms, it's a job where you will be put under pressure by the owner constantly. He does not care about what's going on in your life in that sense. He wants you to get results. Lampard was the only guy who was really going to take that job. There was not going to be no Ancelotti or Allegri or all of these guys. Yeah, they were not going to take that job because they knew it came with a lot of pressure. The real problem was that Lampard, who had no experience, he came in. You know, it was actually a bit of a curse to him that he done so well. Lampard, it was a bit of a curse to Frank Lampard that he done so well in his first season, and then the next season he could not keep up with it. You know, the next season he brought in players, or whoever brought in players, it was difficult for him. It was always gonna end this way. Put it that way. It was always gonna end this way. He had players who are not ready. Even now, he has players who are not ready, or players that can't fit into a squad. It was always gonna end this way for Lampard. But he was just given more time because he's a legend. But anyways, guys, listen, I'm gonna leave it there. You lot, big up yourselves. Yeah. Obviously, keep the conversation going in the comments if you want. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, anything like that. You know, I'll be sure to try and give you some good content on there as well. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, guys, remember we're in a pandemic, man. So we need to stay safe. But big up to everybody who comes to the streams all the time. You get me? Big up my brother, the Relentless, as well, man. It wasn't, come on, man. Everyone knows it wasn't even nothing, man. You get me? Because some people was taking it serious, in it. But nah, big up to everybody, man. Big up my brother, man. And big up to all of you lot. Yeah, take care of yourselves. Yeah, all right, take care. Peace.